Good. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. Good morning, night, or afternoon, everybody. I am your host, Starzo, and nobody's fucking watching this. Um, give me a few more seconds while I set a few more things up, and we'll go ahead and get started with the rankings. Alright, and we're ready to go. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to the ranking of every... I have to turn this down, hang on. That's better. I have to move my mic a bit closer to me. So, I think what we're going to do is that we are going to go in order. In order of games that I played? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna be able to... So... So, I guess we'll just do the usual, there's the S tier, there's the A tier, there's the B tier, there's the C, and then there's the D. So the S tier obviously being the best. Like, they actually put effort into their game, it's fun, it's basically based, put it simply. There's A, games that I liked. There's B, which is meh. There's games that I disliked. And then there's forgettable. And then we're gonna go ahead and make an F tier for games that were absolutely shit and did not deserve to be in this fucking uh event. If I could please. There we go. Alright, so let's get started. So berries. We're starting off with a banger, clearly. Berries obby. Um I'm So with Barry's obby, it was fairly easy, honestly. It was easy, it was short, but at the same time, I did not like how it forced you into first person. But I don't feel any strong emotion towards it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It was meh at best. Total Drama Island or Total Roblox Drama. I feel the same way about Total Drama. It was lazy. Honestly, it was lazy. All you had to do was just make it to merge. And as somebody who plays Survivor or Outlaster now, as it's known, frequently enough, I have some experience with staying long into games like this, and I got this badge on my first try. So yeah, Drive. I do not fucking remember what I did for Drive World. Yeah, I don't remember what I did for this game. I think it was like you had to drag some parts from the junkyard to the lobby or the spawn point. I forgot what I had to do. It was forgettable. Ultimate Football. So originally all you had to do was play four like 4 quarters, and then for some reason they bumped it up to 8 quarters. So I just went AFK the entire time. I don't feel anything strong towards it, but I didn't like it. It was boring. Hang on. Oh shit. Hang on. I'm gonna change a few things around really quickly. And there's gonna be a Z tier. Doesn't even deserve to be purple, but I'm gonna have to make it purple. Okay. I didn't. I don't feel anything towards Ultimate Football. I hated this game. I hated playing it. Like, the players are toxic. They love to bash and harass new players, people who don't know what the controls are. Um, yeah, no. Wild Horse Island, I think it's called. It was meh at best. I did enjoy the neon aesthetic, and I I enjoyed the neon aesthetic, but it was just like a race. That's all that it was. It wasn't very entertaining. All you had to do was just hold W, or in my case, just hold W, press slash, and then just wait. Maybe control the camera sometimes to control where I'm going. But for the most part, it was it was not that good. Is this fruit? Yeah, that's Fruit Battlegrounds. This game can go fuck itself. I am being 100% here. This game can go fucking jump off a cliff. I hated this game with a burning passion to the point where I had to get off and do it the next day. Luckily, I was lucky enough to get into a server with two people who were willing to let me kill them. But I did not want to spend hours in there, and this game does not deserve to be in the fucking hunt. It does not deserve to be in a Roblox event ever fucking again. Especially considering that it's full of pay to wins and no lifers and people that grind the fuck out of it. Um, slap battles. I it was fine. Like as I don't have any strong opinions towards it. I didn't struggle to get the badge. I just ended up going to a private server for it. But it was meh. It was meh at best. Like they did good enough. Cheese tower defense. I liked it enough. It was decent. Like this isn't the best tower defense game that they included, but okay, fucking. I'm just gonna get all of the simulators here. I did not like I did not like Lumberjack Tycoon, not Tycoon Simulator. Um, so it's just a copy and paste. Where is the? I know there's a third one. Where is it? Where's Pull the Sword? How can I not find Pull a Sword? There's so many games. Did they like forget to include it or something? Alright, whatever. I'll get to it when I can. Okay. Club Roblox. When I initially went into this game, I thought that this was gonna be bad. I genuinely thought that Club Roblox was going to be the bad. Because when I usually hear the word club in a Roblox game, I usually think 2018 kind of club. But going into the game and doing the event, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like, I liked it actually. The aesthetics were nice. The gameplay was fine. It was a decent obby. Um, I liked the idea that it was infiltrating a base of some sort that was like just human experimenting, and you had to hold a child the whole way, so that must have been a wild story. One day your Roblox avatar can just be like, so you want to hear about the time I infiltrated a whole base while carrying a baby? So I liked this game. I liked it. I was actually pleasantly surprised. What the fuck is Berry Avenue? Um, Berry Avenue. I don't remember. It was forgettable. 3008. I don't. I'm gonna speak in unbiased here because I actually like playing 3008. But if I had to speak completely outside of bias, as if this was just my first time playing it, um, it was meh at best. It was interactive, but it'll go in the middle. But it was like I didn't like that I had to wait until day to get the badge, and it was only like three things. It was short and simple. It didn't overstay its welcome, but it was it was boring. Adopt Me. Okay, I'm not a fan of Adopt Me. I don't like playing it. I'm not a fan of the player base, but the event, I liked the event. I liked it. Like time travel was nice. I liked how it utilized reusing its assets. Um, it's like it's very nice, very cool. Um, is that Car Dealership Tycoon? I swear that. Do I see? No, I don't. Okay. Um, I don't remember what game this is. Yeah, forgettable. It's kind of forgettable. Okay. SCP roleplay. But it's an S tier. I like how they, since SCP doesn't exactly have any canon, I love how they utilized one of the SCPs and used it to expand, pretty much. Me personally, I myself am not a big fan of SCP, but for a roleplay game, it did not need to go make its own story, pretty much. Like, it did not have the right to make this banger of an entry. So, so, catalog, Avatar catalog. I, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. Like, it had a nice classic feeling to it. It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't short. It didn't overstay its welcome. Although, if you're not very good at team based games or PvP, you are going to struggle with it for a while. Luckily, it only took me like a couple tries to get my badge, but at the end of the day, it's still. Yeah. Live Topia, what the fuck was. Was this the berry game? No, I don't think this was the berry game. What the fuck was the berry game? Well, regardless, forgettable. Because I don't remember. Big Paintball 2. I didn't like it that much. Like, it was just kill 50 people. Um, it's definitely probably not going to be remembered in the future because it wasn't that great. But Another team-based game. You had to get 50 eggs in order to get the badge, but ultimately, I felt very meh towards it. I liked it more than these. I liked it more than these, but at the end of the, I just felt meh. Now, funny enough, I don't know what it is with this game. Undead Defense Tycoon. I actually enjoyed playing this. I don't know why, but something about it caught my interest, and I just had fun going out and shooting zombies. Like, I didn't have to deal with annoying PvPs, I didn't have to deal with annoying players trying to kill me every 2 or 4 seconds. I, it was just a nice little game. It didn't overstay its welcome, and it's very underwhelming after a while, but I enjoyed it. You can tell me whatever you want about this game. I personally enjoyed it. I hated this game. I liked it more than Fusion. The art is nice. The detail in the art is nice, but the colors gave me a headache. Like, Astro Rena, however you fucking say it, gave me such a headache playing that I had to look up a guide so I could speed it up. I never want to play this game again. I never want to touch it with a 10 feet pole. Carry a friend. It was, it was, it was meh. Luckily, I didn't have to play with a stranger. This was like one of the first badges that I had gotten with Bank, and uh, it was mediocre at best. Is this bike of... Yeah, this game does not deserve to be here. I mean, I, uh, I... The design was nice. I didn't exactly hate the map. What I did hate, however, is that this game does seem to favor pay to win. Um, and the fact that I had to wait so long, the point where I just got a private server and just hopped in and out until I got the hunt. So, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of it. Obby, but you're on a bike, however. I'm gonna have to skip to that really quickly, and, fuck that game. This game can go jump off a cliff. I did not like playing this. I did not like it for a single second. The only reason why I bared and bit my teeth for getting the badge is because I got lucky on a wheel spin and got a bike with wings. I never want to see this game in an I never want to see this game in I never want to see this game in another event, like, ever again. Is this fling? Is this gun? Is this gunplay? I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in forgettable. Because I don't remember what game that is. Um, Dig for Treasure, or is it Treasure Simulator? I don't remember what it's called. The only reason why I got through this badge is because, again, I had my friend Bank carry me, who's played it for years in the past. If I didn't have him, I would have been stuck on this for ages. So me personally, as somebody who got carried, but I'm feeling very meh towards it. But I imagine for new players, it would very much suck. And I do feel bad for anybody who's gotten stuck on this. Steep Steps. I liked Steep Steps. Here's the funny thing about me that I don't think a lot of my friends know. I've played Steep Steps in the past. I've played this game in the past, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoy like I enjoy the length, and they didn't make it overly complicated. You just had to go around looking for items, pretty much. It was basically a fetch quest, but the animation at the end was really funny. Like, it included Builder Man. So, Steep Steps, I enjoyed playing Steep Steps. I enjoyed coming back to it, and I would not be against playing it again in the future. Anime Dimensions? It was meh at best. Strongest Battlefield. Or Strongest Battlegrounds, not fields. Um, very meh towards it. Yeah, very meh. Very meh. World Zero, I hated playing this game. Or, no, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. It's like, it was very laggy, and every time that I hit an enemy, they just kept teleporting. And it was very frustrating to play. I did not like playing World Zero. I don't want to come back to it because of how laggy it is. And overall, it was just painful to go through. Brookhaven, I feel very meh towards it. Like, I don't hate it. It was very simple, and you just had to look for a couple eggs with around the red border. So that made me actually happy because we didn't have to spend too long on it. Murderers and Sheriffs. I actually enjoyed this one. I enjoyed trying to figure out what the hints were, and I enjoyed trying to figure out like what I needed to do. I liked having to look for the specific stage that one of them was on, and I liked that it took the core mechanics of the game and turned them into rewards. This game I would consider coming back to Murderers and Sheriffs, although I probably won't. Do I need to say more? Um, Sword Burst Free. I'm just gonna put that. I felt meh towards it. I felt meh towards it, and it is basically it's literally just World Zero, but less laggy and actually tolerable. Okay, is this Death Ball? Let me double check. I think that's Death Ball. Yes, that's Death Ball. Okay. Be mad at me all you want. Be mad at me all you want. I genuinely enjoyed Death Ball more than Blade Ball. Like, it had a boss fight that you could do with other players. You had like it was much more merciful than Blade Ball would have been, and like it was more fun and it fit the theme. Like, you had to fight Corblox himself, and it was just that's what you need to do in a fucking event. And I've played Blade Ball in the past. Yeah, I have played Blade Ball in the past for a little bit. So, I'm not speaking out of bias here. Because this was my first time playing Death Ball. I was just expecting it to be a reskin of Blade Ball, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that it wasn't. The floor is lava. Forgettable, to be honest. Tower Defense Simulator. I liked it. I liked it. It's a nice introduction to new players. It gets the job done. It gives you what you need, and you don't have to sit there for hours just grinding like a certain other tower defense game, Tower Heroes. But I liked it. I might consider coming back to it. I hated Project Smash. I didn't like playing it. Like, yeah, sure, it was short and simple. Every 5 minutes, the egg would spawn in the map, and you had to be the first person to get it. The problem is, people in that game love, and I mean people in that game really fucking love to target you for no damn reason, especially if you're a new player. I did not like playing it. I hated every second of it, and I was lucky enough to see the egg spawn next to me, and I had to fucking book it so somebody wouldn't get their kill. I don't want to come back to Project Smash. I do not consider it, and I don't want to see it in another event. Royal High? I feel meh, meh. I didn't hate the event. I didn't like it. I don't feel anything strong towards it. Um, if anything, um, I get at least I got a funny story out of it because when I as soon as I spawned in, I saw a girl beelining it for me, so I had to fucking run away as fast as I could. Bayside School, high school roleplay. I liked it. That might just because I'm be a rhythm game player, but I really fucking liked it. It was a mix of rhythm game and going back in time, where you have a dream that you're in like the 1990s, and you're in a band. It follows the time travel theme. It gives you something to do, and it just I liked playing it. I enjoyed it, and I wouldn't mind coming back to it. These these developers have potential. Tsunami game. I did not like playing this very much. At first, I thought that you needed 100 wins, to which turns out that the entire server collected together needs 100 wins, and then you just need to do a walking simulator, pretty much. It's boring, it's meh, I didn't like it personally. I thought that I feel like Tsunami game could have done better. Blade Ball, I didn't like it. As I stated while talking about Death Ball, all you have to do is just play the game for Blade Ball. That's it. Strongman Simulator. Um, Surprisingly, out of all of the simulators in this entire thing, this one diverted my expectations. At first, I thought it was just going to be another clicking simulator, but all you actually no, it wasn't. You have to basically drag. So, Strongman Simulator is basically where you drag things, and as time goes on, you basically you get stronger and you can carry stronger things. But in this case, in this game, you get the strength you need to carry 3 eggs, of which range from difficulty. Um, so for like one of them, you have to drag an egg through a maze. Another one, you have to make sure that it doesn't fall off a platform. Overall, I think this was the best simulator that I played because it wasn't just click click until you get somewhere. Natural disaster. I felt really meh towards this. This may be the only OG game that got in. I'm not a big fan of it personally. Like I don't play it very often. But the times that I do, I have had fun. And so when I was going into natural disaster, I was expecting them to cook. But all you had to do was just be the first one to get one of the free clocks and survive, bring it to the guy in the lobby, and rinse and repeat 2 more times. Natural disaster didn't do very good this time around. Hide and seek, it was forgettable, to be honest. Same with same with snowboard. Now the funny thing, actually, okay, I mean at least with hide and seek, you had all I did was just find a hiding spot and find one. Uh, yeah, no, it's forgettable. All you had to do is just like if you're a hider, just find one spot and just stay there. And with snowboard, this is actually now the reason why I'm changing this to does not deserve to be here is because originally at first, instead of just playing like a couple stages, you just had to sit there for 15 minutes and do nothing. All you had to do was just sit there for 15 minutes until they changed it, and even then, a lot of people are still pissed off at this game. This is an insult compared to everything else in this game. Or, not game, event. So, I do not want to see this game again. Need more friends. This is a get a snack at 3 a.m. type thing, or was it 4 a.m.? I don't remember. But me personally, for a game like its genre, it was nice. I liked it. I liked the obby. It got me to look around. It got me to be observant. And overall, it was kind of nice. Hello Kitty Cafe. Now, I play with a Madness Combat cosplay, so this is the only game that got me to change my avatar. So, I felt, but regardless, I felt very meh towards this. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and find my restaurant too and put it with that. Or not my restaurant too. I'm just gonna put my restaurant with that because that was the exact same thing. For both of these, you had to serve like 100 customers, and I'm gonna go ahead and find Restaurant Tycoon 2 because you had to do the exact same fucking thing. All three restaurant games, you just had to do the same thing. The only reason why I liked Restaurant Tycoon 2 more than the others is because you get like neat little eggs and you actually have to engage. Legends of Speed, forgettable. I'm sorry to Lewis if he's out there listening to this, but just Legends of Speed was extremely forgettable. Like, it only took like a couple, like, it only took 1 minute to get the badge, and for me, I just got it instantly as soon as I joined because I've played this before. Maple Hospital. I actually didn't mind this one. For a roleplay game, it wasn't bad, but it was a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I did enjoy the idea that this event was causing some sort of sickness that we'd have to like find a cure for, but it didn't. The ex the okay. The thing about Maple Hospital, the idea for it was nice. The idea for it was fun, and I did enjoy the concept. It was making me think, okay, some sort of infection's going on. We're gonna have to find some sort of cure, go on some sort of mission. But all you had to do was just walk around the bunker and and just hit some things with a flamethrower. Actually, I'm gonna knock this down a bit. It was very. It was the idea for it was good. I feel like they could have improvised on it, but the execution, it was fine. It was decent, but I feel like they could have done better. Greenville. What the fuck did I do for? I think Greenville was just a fetch quest. Kind of forgettable to be honest. Ninja Legends, forgettable. SpongeBob. I've heard a lot of horror stories about the SpongeBob simulator. I also got carried. I also got carried in this one by Bank, who's played that plenty of times and just gave me a couple legendaries so I could speed run through the game. Um, so me personally, I feel very towards it. Break in, it was. Uh, it was fine. I played for the whole game with Bank because it was like the first badge we got, I think, and the game itself is fine. Piggy? Okay, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. Here's the thing. When I saw Piggy initially, I remembered RB Battles Season 3. I was panicking because I thought this was gonna be some complex shit. But upon getting into it, it was actually not that bad, and it only took me around 4 attempts to get the badge. Like, I liked Piggy's event, actually. I liked it. Because with Piggy, like, I liked how when you went to go click on the hunt, um, the game interacts with the menu itself, the background menu itself. Because some fox dude, I think it was a fox, comes barging in with his time traveling machine through the background's wall. Like, you remember the hallway with Piggy and George in it, and he just barges in through the wall, looks at you, says, "Hey, do you want to go on an adventure with me?" And you just teleport to the game. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. And then you have to go find like puzzles that include like fixing his time machine and then going through elevators to find the numbers that open a vault. Overall, when you actually understand what you're doing, I can understand the struggles for new players, but with Piggy, they actually tried. They actually, I'm gonna bump this up to S tier. They tried. When I understood what I was doing, I actually had fun. Pet Simulator X. I've heard a lot of horror stories about Pet Simulator. I've heard a lot of horror stories about it. Me personally, I felt meh towards it. The reason why is because like I was just in Area 1 and I got a trade from somebody. I was confused as fuck, and then it was some dude in a Goku cosplay who just gave me a shit ton of like very valuable pets. So I kind of just managed to speed run my way through it by that. Whoever that Goku cosplayer was, thank you for sparing me a lot of time. I don't know what I would have done without you. Super Soccer League, boring. It was boring. I just got an auto clicker and I just waited it out. Actually, I liked it more than Ultimate Football because at least with Ultimate Football, or not Ultimate, at least with Super Soccer League or League Soccer, you only had to do like 2 matches, and soccer games are relatively short. But with Ultimate Football game or Ultimate Football, you had to sit there for 8 matches straight, and I hated it because I just went AFK and I didn't do anything. Sonic Speed to Jay, whoever the second person here is, I believe that's Jay. I want to guess. I heavily apologize, but this was very meh. All you had to do was just run around and collect these time shard things, and I just I got bored to the point where I was playing with Jay, and I just ended up spitting out Madness Combat lore because of how fucking bored I was. I needed something to do besides just run and stop mid match. Or not match. Okay. Combat Warriors. The event itself was meh. But it's a good introduction to new players, to be honest. Me personally, I enjoyed it. I liked Combat Warriors because it was chaotic, it was fast paced, it was a bit gory, and I adored playing it. I I would happily come back to this game, and I would love to see it in another event in the future. The event itself, however, was very lackluster. All you had to do was just get some kills, get some XP, and go to an hobby. I'd love to see what they could do in the future, and I'd love to see them try again, but the event itself was lackluster. I'm gonna have to knock it down solely because the event was lackluster, and I shouldn't be basing these off of like the games themselves. But me personally, I had a lot of fun playing Combat Warriors, and I wouldn't mind coming back to it again. Deadly Decisions. This is the only game to be a trivia game, and I got it on my second badge, or not my second badge, my second try. I it was fine. I didn't I didn't hate it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't tricky. I mean, not easy. It wasn't hard. It wasn't necessarily too easy. Although I didn't like having to wait multiple rounds just to get the badge. Um, Creatures of Scenaria. I'm going to try and vote this as unbiased as I can, because I actually have played Creatures of Scenaria in the past with a couple friends. I like Creatures of Scenaria. I like the game. It's pretty. Not the the creatures are fun. They're pretty. Obviously, they look cool as fuck. Some of these creatures look sick as fuck. If I ever get a private server of this game, which I most likely will in the future, I will happily come back to this game in a heartbeat. But if I had to base it off of the event itself, I'm gonna have to put it in meh, because all you have to do is just play the game, pretty much. All you have to do is just play the game. It's not doesn't take up too much of your time. It's pretty decent. Dragon. What is that? Dragon? Is that the game with the dragons? It is. I felt very. Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, it's fine. The controls were a bit. The controls are easy to understand. It's overall, there's not much to talk about. I do like the idea that they put a story behind the event and somebody's trying to like steal the eggs and experiment on them. But at the end of the day, people are just gonna come here, just play for like a few minutes and then leave after they get the badge. I wouldn't, if I had to come back to this game, I wouldn't mind. I kind of like it, and I wouldn't mind giving it another shot. I believe that these creators have potential, but I mostly just did it for the badge. The Mimic. The Mimic was fine. It was meh at best. It was basically just no. You know what? No, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I did not like playing the Mimic. I have heard plenty of times that this game is praised for being one of the scariest games on Roblox, being unique and being actually scary. But this being my first introduction to the game, never playing it before, never seeing anything related to it besides people praising it, I was underwhelmed. Was just I was not impressed. I was disappointed even. Because I went into this with high expectations that base creators would have cooked. But they did not, in fact, cook. It was basically just Dead by Daylight, but you're being chased by a big bunny that will either one, target one player and only chase them and completely forget about everybody else, two, just get stuck in one spot, or three, ends up spinning out of fucking nowhere, to which I was allowed to make multiple "you spin me right round, baby right round" jokes. And even then, the bunny didn't look scary. I know that the event is made for all ages, and you have a lot of little kids playing your game, but or at least people with attention spans over 1 second. But for people who are praised to be one of the greatest people to make a horror game on Roblox, you did not impress me. I was making fun of the Mimic while I was playing it. Mega Mansion Tycoon, it's forgettable to be honest. All you had to do was just progress through the game and then go put the eggs that you collected onto this little altar in front of in front of a tycoon. It wasn't terrible. I did like the altars animation, but at the end of the day, it was still forgettable. I did not like this game. I did not like the survival game. Because it was full of players who were I saw this game in the hub, and I immediately got a gut-wrenching feeling about it. Something told me that this game was going to be hell and back to complete. And part of me was right, because it was full. And I mean, it was full of people who wanted to kill you the second that they saw you. Despite the fact that you're running away from them and trying to show that you don't want to fight them, you just it sucked. I did not like playing the game, and I just don't want to come back to it. This game is embarrassing to be in, and I never want to step foot in it again. Um, or not Dragon, a Dungeon Quest. Now, again, another game that I I was carried by Bank again. Shout out to him. But at the end of the day, it was kind of it was meh. I liked it more than 2008. I'm also gonna go ahead and find Anime Dimensions. Is that all? That's All Stars. if I could find Anime Dimensions. I don't think it's in here. I think there's a few games that they missed. Wait, this was Death Ball? Then what's this? Wait, this is Death Ball. Then what's this? Is this Pull a Sword? And I'm just gonna put that there. I think that has to. I think that's Pull a Sword. Wait. I think I already ranked Anime Dimensions. Yeah, I did. I did already rank Anime Dimensions, and I'm just gonna put this next to. Okay. Escape. Escape the floating head. Um. I don't know how this game made it in here. I don't know how this game made it in here at all. It deserved to be in here more than these, but Muscle Legends, meh, forgettable. Warrior Cats Roleplay. Okay, for this one, all you have to do is just find 3 eggs, and if you keep going, you can get more. You can get more items for the game. I do like that. Like, I do like that it's not just an event for the hunt, and it has like its own like it's an event for both the hunt players and the player base itself. And they made an entirely new they made an entirely new clan and a new map for this. I liked it, but it still felt meh in a way. Like, I didn't feel anything playing it. I liked the aesthetics. I liked what it did, but at the end of the day, I didn't really feel anything strong. Driving Empire, forgettable. Lumberjack, Lumber Tycoon, meh. This was just a quick little getaway. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was very underwhelming. I did like the creature that you had to drag the wood to and give it so you can get the egg, but that's literally all you had to do. Just chop down a tree, get a perfect cube, and drag it to a cave. That was literally it. It was kind of boring. Arsenal, Arsenal, objectively one of the best games in the hunt. They took their own core mechanic of the game and made it into a full-on stealth mission. I am not a person for first-person shooters, don't get me wrong, but I loved, and I mean that I loved that it diverted everybody's expectations. Like, I loved it, and I would not mind playing it again. Metro Life? Is this the one with the really slow ass balloon? Um, yes, it is the slow ass balloon. I hated this. Like the basically you had to go on an air balloon and you had to go looking for these blue things, and at the end of the day it just went it was really fucking slow. Like the balloon, like the event itself was meh. I would have put it in meh if the balloon wasn't so damn slow. I got so fucking bored that I ended up just looking at Instagram instead while holding W. Funky Friday. continued, but honestly, they should have picked Bloxen over Funky Friday. Because, yeah, sure, I mean, Funky Friday was fine. It was a little bit fun playing along. Basically, they added 4 new songs, and you just had to play them, but at the same time, you didn't. You could kind of just sit there and chill and just do something else while you wait. Or you could play along regardless of what you do. You still get the badge after playing all 4 songs. But speaking out of personal bias, and out of bias for the event, regardless, it was and still is just meh. There's better FNF fan games on Roblox out there to pick from, and ultimately, I believe it should have been Bloxen over FF. RB back. They have 2 routes for this fucking game. Also, I was wrong. It was not break-in. It was RB battles. That was the first badge that we got. You could pick from 2 game modes. You can either have a rat battle or you can have a rat battle. Which rat battle, it's basically just PvP but with rats. You get to kill rats and it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's a little bit challenging, but you get 3 lives. 4 if you're counting 3, 2, 1, 0. But the rat battle is what I went for, but I've seen people going for the rap battle, which is Parappa the Rapper and not an FNF reference. I quite enjoyed RB battles. I love the effort that they put into it, and I want these motherfuckers to keep cooking. Also, Mr. Boring's worst song actually kind of slaps. Is this War Tycoon? Or is that Military Tycoon? I think this is War Tycoon. I hated this one. Like, I despise War Tycoon. Because while you're trying to get the crates, it is full of people who are trying to kill you the second that they see you because you're around. Oh, well, look at that. You're around capture points. And they think that you're going to steal their capture point. So they gotta shoot you no matter how many times you say in chat or fucking beg for them to leave you alone that you're here for the event because they will give a shit. I hated this game. I never want to see it in an event ever again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put War Military Tycoon in. I disliked it. Um, this is basically just the same as War Tycoon, but more. It's basically a lot easier to get through. I got the badge at like only 10 minutes in, maybe. Although, from what I've heard from a friend, you can just server hop multiple times and get the crates. Elemental Tycoon. I did not like playing this. I did not like playing Elemental Tycoon because on my first time getting the badge, I had somebody spawn killing me over and over and over again until I got the option to turn off PvP. And plus, even then, after you get past people killing you nonstop for not having any kind of base up, you still have to just play for the entire thing, which is kind of lazy in my opinion. Because I just had to sit there and just go AFK or just dash around the map trying to find something to do, and it was boring. I didn't like it, and I do not want to see this in another event. Um, I don't remember what I did in this game. It was boring. Um, Dress to Impress. Basically, what you had to do for your Dress to Impress is get 20 bunnies in 2 consecutive rounds. Or not 20. You have to get like no. Yeah, no, it is 20. So then they run around the map, and you have to collect. You have to. I'm glad that they're not in one set spot. They run around, and you have to chase them and collect them. But it does annoy me greatly that they eventually could run into the VIP server, or not server, room. Um, Once you get past the embarrassment of being seen in this game, it's it's mediocre at best. Like they got the job done, but they could have done, more. Spray paint. Um, the first part of the game where you have to draw the thief, I liked that. I actually enjoyed that there was an art themed thing, but then it just turned into, hey, find these. I liked it at first, but then it got knocked down quite a bit. I liked it more than Carrier. No, I liked Carrier Friend more. Overall, spray paint was fine. Like, I liked the first part where you had to draw, but then it just turned into just looking for items and overall just a fetch quest, and it got boring pretty fast. Although I would like to see them try to utilize the aspect of their game more in the future. I will cut them some slack. This might have been their first time getting involved in a event. Survive the Killer. I feel very meh towards this game. I felt very meh. I got it first try because all I did was just like um spawn the egg, not spawn. I got the little energy core that you needed, and I just ended up camping the entire time. Just camped the entrance or the exit, whatever you want to call it, and I got the badge almost immediately. Um, it's very easy, and you could just convince the killer to just let yourself live or beat it. And a wolf or never, I did not like this game. Okay, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like playing it, basically, because, you either had to hope to God that you spawned right next to it, or that you're the wolf. This game can take up to hours to get the badge, and you'd be sitting there bawling your eyes out because you've been sitting there for the past 5 hours and you still haven't gotten the egg. I remember that this was included in 2020, and that was objectively easier than this one. Luckily, it only took me like a couple rounds at max. I got very lucky and spawned right next to the egg, but still, it was nerve wracking to hope to fucking God that the wolf didn't find me. Because the wolf does not get. Whoever's playing as the wolf has a chance to not give a shit that you're here for the event, and will just try to kill you, regardless. Car Crusher 2. I liked Car Crusher 2, to be honest. They say it themselves, they're not afraid to hide it, that the hunt is literally just the introduction for this game. It's literally just the tutorial. And it was actually, I liked it. It was satisfying, and it was overall, it was short, it was simple, it was just an introduction to the game, and I liked playing it. Would I play it on a daily basis? No, I would not, but I wouldn't mind having to come back to it. Um, Emergency. I forgot the last part of it. I think this is where you just had to deliver. I felt very meh towards it. I felt very meh. Do- this might just be my bias for Doors speaking, but oh my fucking god, I loved Doors. I loved what they did for Doors. This is objectively one of, if not my personal best game for the hunt. They took their main mechanics and made it for the hunt. Like it didn't follow any theming for the hunt, but it did put you on like a time limit. And there's not that many entities to deal with. It's quite easy once you get the hang of it and understand what you're supposed to do. And but I love haste. I'm terrified shitless of them, but I love haste because basically you're on a time limit and you have to find levers to not run out of time. And if you do run out of time, you can die to haste. And I love it. So like 10 out of 10, Doors fucking cooked. And I will happily play this again before the event ends. Or I hope that they have a way to play it before the event ends. Um, Shindo Life. Um, eh, Shindo Life was fine. The controls were a little bit wonky, and and you walked very slowly, and you had to jump around to get around faster. But luckily, you worked with two other people, and everybody looked for the eggs together. Although I struggled to find the last one. I would I mind? I mean, I liked the voice acting, and I guess I did like what they did. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it was very meh, and I wouldn't hate coming back, but I wouldn't like it either. Collect all pets. I liked Collect All Pets. Here's the thing: unlike Pet Simulator, with Collect All Pets, you just have to like fuse, and you have to just you get pets as you go along the way. There's no going back all the way to spawn and then running all the way back. There's none of that. You collect pets as you go on. The eggs for getting new pets is your reward for progressing into the game. And you can fuse to get more rarer pets, and I actually have been considering going back to this game to complete it. I like Collect All Pets. I would not mind coming back to it, although do I believe it should be in another event? I wouldn't be against it. I think this is the game where you have to snake. Yeah, you have to. I don't remember what the name of this game is, but um, it was. I liked what they did. It was you had to take a picture of the eggs with the phone in the game, and that is about it. Luckily, they were all around in one spot, and you didn't have to run around a big ass map. You just had to look around the park a little bit. It only takes around 10 minutes to complete at best. And, or not even 10, at least like 4. It only took me under 8 minutes to get it. And overall, it was fine. I liked what it did, but it could have done better. Then again, what's a roleplay supposed to do? This game's boring. Tell me what you want. This game's boring. All you do is just run around. All you do is just fly around, kill a couple people, and then go all the way to the other side of the map, kill a couple people, all the way back to the other side of the map, kill a couple people, rinse, repeat. I hated playing this game. It was so fucking... No, no, you know what? No, no, no. It was fat fucking boring! Like, God, I do not want to play this shit again. Is that... I think that's All-Stars? Um... All you have to do with this is just play the first level and kill a golden hare. That's about it. It's mediocre, and it's fine. It gets the job done, but I feel like it could have done better. And last but not least, please donate. People are gonna get mad at me for this, but I'm putting in an A tier. I liked what they did. When it came to Plus Donate, I did not know what to expect. Like, it's a game about donating Robux. It's a game about giving Robux, getting Robux. What the fuck are you gonna do with a game where you just give people Robux? But then it's basically like you have to do this puzzle that's like a pipe game, and then you have to go digging, and the digging was tedious, but the puzzle makes up for it, and the voice acting makes up for it as well. I like Carlos, and I would like to see him in the future. Does Please Donate need to be in another event? It, I'm not against it, but I wouldn't mind if they did another event and Carlos was there again. I want this man to be a reoccurring character. And I believe that is where my decisions stand. And that is every game in the hunt ranked. So, yeah. I did not expect to be rambling this long about some of the games, and I hope I didn't take up too much time. So if anybody does bother to deal with this or watch this, thank you. Um, I will see you again eventually, probably, maybe whenever I feel like it. I'm going to get a much needed sleep, and I will see you all, literally nobody, again in the future, whenever that'll be. Maybe I'll vanish for another couple years. Who knows?